This video is made possible by Oxygen Bank, the first digital banking platform built for the freelance economy. What's cooking, everybody? Dave Mays here with Kinotika, and the X-T4 has finally arrived. Oh my gosh, this is very exciting news for the camera industry. Now, I don't have an X-T4 in hand, but my friend Connor McCaskill actually owns the X-T3. And when you look at the video specs, other than, of course, some of the big changes, which I will talk about, the specs of the X-T3 are actually very similar to the X-T4 when it comes to the actual just plain old video codecs, video color, and the overall specs of the camera. So I wanted to put the X-T3 to the test against kind of a very popular cinema camera in the industry right now, the Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K. I did get robbed recently, and that was one of the cameras that was stolen from me. If you haven't seen my video talking about the robbery that happened here in the Kinotika set, then click the icon above and you can see that video. And I want to just tell you guys thank you so much for your support over the last week and a half, ever since I posted that video and posted on Twitter. You guys have been unbelievably supportive, and I am so grateful for this audience and for the people that watch that video. As of right now, we have had no news from the cops or any type of information about the robbery, but I will fill you in on the process of that. And again, thank you so much for your support. All right, so I just finished my podcast interview with Matt Gonzalez. He's saving my butt with this. There she is, the old 6K. May she rest in peace, at least for me, but thank you for letting me borrow this.
Yeah, no problem.
Really appreciate it. Everybody go follow Matt Gonzalez on his YouTube channel, link in the description. So thanks to both Connor and Matt. Without both of them, I wouldn't be able to do this video. So in this video, I'm going to be comparing the overall internal specs of the Blackmagic 6K with the X-T3, or if you want to call it the X-T4. My friend Connor McCaskill also did a video comparing the X-T3 to the EOS R internal codecs. And if you want to watch that video, click the eye icon above or in the description below. You can see Connor's video comparing those two cameras if you're interested in that. All right, so we're lining up this shot. We're gonna try to make it as accurate as possible, but these lenses are a little different. This is a 35 to 70 Nikkor lens. This is a Caleb Pike lens. He recommends it. It was only $120. That's a great little zoom. And then we got your kit lens on here. We're really just looking at dynamic range and the comparison between the 10-bit here and the RAW and the ProRes here. So let's see. I have a feeling that the X-T4, the upcoming X-T4, will look very similar to this. Obviously, it'll have better specs and some different things here and there. But this probably is a pretty fair comparison based off of, you know, Blackmagic RAW compared to what the X-T4 is going to be, because it has now been confirmed it will not actually have 6K. It'll just do 4K 10-bit, just like this camera. Part about being a freelancer is figuring out how much money you're going to make next month. Where's that paycheck going to come from? Is the client going to actually deliver that payment on time? What are my bills next month, even though I have no clue how much income I'm making? Enter Oxygen Bank, the digital banking platform built specifically for freelancers. Yeah. It's a bank with a Visa debit card with 55,000 ATMs that have no fees and instant cashback credit. But it's a bank that actually understands what it's like to be a freelancer. And the Oxygen Bank app is there to help you. Once you sign up for Oxygen Bank, they send you this really awesome package with the debit card inside of it. By the way, I love the artwork and design here. You can tell some real attention to detail. Inside the app, you can see your full financial picture with information on your spending, upcoming bills, and expected income. Want to set up your company? Get liability protection and a better tax setup with just a few clicks. You can also set up an LLC in minutes from inside your Oxygen app. I personally really like how clean and simple this app interface is. It's much better than any of the other banking apps that I've seen. One of my favorite features in the app is the ability to create a virtual card. This basically ensures that nobody's going to hack into your account and steal your money. You can also send checks using the app, as well as set up a direct deposit with companies that you work with as a freelancer. Whether you're a freelancer or a small business, Oxygen Bank is for you. To learn more about the app and the overall experience, click the first link in the description below. I'm real excited to use Oxygen Bank, and I'd like to thank Oxygen Bank for being a new sponsor on Kinotika. So why don't you guys show some support and love by clicking the first link in the description below to learn more about Oxygen Bank. So let's talk about some of the things that make the X-T4 an upgrade from the X-T3. Now, first off, you need to know that the sensor is the exact same. We've got the exact same X-Trans sensor in the X-T4 as the X-T3. That means that we're getting 4K 10-bit internal up to 60 frames per second. It's not 6K. That's what the rumors said. But that's okay. Who needs 6K anyways? So overall, the settings are essentially the same, with the exception of one additional frame rate that we now have with the X-T4. The X-T4 is now capable of doing 1080p at 240 frames per second. That is going to be epic slow-mo. Obviously, the big kicker with the X-T4 that makes it different from the X-T3 is the incredible flipping, articulating screen, the selfie screen. This is something that we've all wanted for a long time. It's amazing that a lot of camera companies are finally doing this so that all the YouTubers can stop complaining about it. And then the second biggest upgrade from the X-T3 with the X-T4 is, of course, the stabilization on the sensor. It has IBIS, finally. And from the reviews, it does look like the IBIS is performing very well. When I initially reviewed the XH1 from Fuji back, gosh, a year and a half ago or whatever, when I was still living in Nashville. Oh, it was longer than that, wasn't it? It was like 2 years? I don't remember. When I initially reviewed that camera, the stabilization was awful. But through a lot of firmware updates, the XH1 actually got incredibly good with stabilization. Well, it looks like Fuji has implemented what they've learned with the XH1 with the X-T4, and the stabilization already straight out of the box does look like it's performing very well. I'd say another thing that I really like about the X-T4 that they changed with the hardware is the photo and video switch. It's an actual switch between photo mode and video. What's really cool about that switch is that it saves your photo settings and your video settings completely separate. So in a way, it's kind of like having two cameras in one camera. It's a true hybrid system. It does seem like the X-T4 is a little chunkier as well. That's obviously housing the new battery. But for the most part, this camera is pretty much the same as the X-T3 because the sensor is the same and a lot of the settings are the same. But there's a lot of minor upgrades here. It's almost like going from an iPhone 5 to the 5S. It's like a similar type of body, but there's some significant upgrades there. What do you guys think about the difference between these two cameras? Which one do you think is best? Also, what are your ideas on the X-T4 and the upgrades that we're seeing with the X-T4 compared to the X-T3? Is it well worth it? Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts. And again, I want to give a shout out to Matt Gonzalez for letting us borrow his Blackmagic camera. Another shout out for Connor and his video. Watch his video comparing the EOS R to the X-T3. The dream team right here, guys. The Kinotika team.
That's right. The old school Kinotika team.
Let's just like have nostalgic feelings right now and thoughts. And again, I want to give a shout out to all of you for your support and for reaching out and commenting on that last video and just letting me know that I'm in your thoughts and prayers. It means the world to me that you guys care so much about me to just reach out and say something so nice while I'm dealing with this robbery. It really means a lot that this amazing community is helping me through that. If you're not subscribed to Kinotika, please consider subscribing. We make lots of cool videos about cameras, and we try to make them as fun as possible. Once again, I'm Dave Mays. This is Kinotika. We'll see you next time. Let me know if you guys want to see us do more stuff together. I think it'd be a lot of fun. We should do it more often.
I mean, even if they say no, I think we should do it anyways.
I think we absolutely should. All right, go subscribe to Connor right now. Do it immediately and watch his video, or I will shoot you. With a camera. With a camera. I'll shoot you with a camera.
Jeez. All right.
All right, bye.
Bye. See ya.